It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Barons and the Broncos coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with their opponents. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they've come in on a... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdowns.
In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw, and incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team. And he's taken down back at his own 7. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team. They'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on it.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. That is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We got this. He was tackled at the 27.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And taking the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Richards, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Richards. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. It's Richards. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They bring their punter out there now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Richards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try the left side. It's Richards, and he will have a Broncos 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker and find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up here and look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Here we go.
A gain of 22 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing. And
we'll see if that continues. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They're going to look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Barons are able to widen their advantage. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way.
You'll be hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down now. It's Richards, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and out across midfield down to the 45. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary, get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one complete to Burnett. That catch good for only a couple. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Got an open man, it's Burnett. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Colts trying to keep hope alive, and at 7-5, they're still right in the mix for a playoff berth. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. The Dolphins find a way to stay alive in the playoff race, but at 5-7 now, they can't afford any more slip-ups to even have a chance. finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. The Texans are down to their final 3 games if they want to salvage a victory somewhere as they fall to 0-13. It's time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, sometimes that option can get the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Back to throw.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second down and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Hey, you got three down.
They'll run on 1st down. Richards. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He finds his man complete. That's Richards. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge play there for Denver. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Burnett. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Richards, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Once more the juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Richards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burke. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try the left side. It's Richards, and he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I think that